Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a bonus love reading for those of you with Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Chiron. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Five of Swords, we have the Empress at the bottom, and then you got 3 cards for the last card out. The Knight of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Tower. Your person right now is doing well when it comes to finances. They have put themselves in a place where their house is their fortress. They feel safe, they feel protected, they feel that all the resources they want and need are available to them at home. So they're feeling financially stable, they're feeling secure with regards to where they live. They're really just now starting to enjoy being home and living in their home. So they're really appreciating the place where they live at this time. When it comes to their spiritual well-being and their alignment with their higher self or with source, this is somebody who is all tied up and wound up in their own thoughts. They're trying to rationalize something that can't be understood with the mind, and so they're struggling a bit when it comes to their spiritual matters. With the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles here, they feel like they've lost something or they've had to sacrifice something of value. They're kind of thinking on that and wondering if the choice they made was correct. So they've made a choice, they put their eggs in a basket, and now they're reassessing and wondering, was I really better off making that move, taking that loss, letting that go? It doesn't seem like they've made up their mind yet. With the King of Cups to the Knight of Swords, something is escalating very quickly here. Knight of Swords energy is fast-moving energy. It is also the energy of truth, of saying what you have to say, speaking your mind. And coming out with the King of Cups energy here, it looks like this person has gone from the Knight of Cups energy to the King of Cups energy. It looks like this person is just at the beginning stages of enjoying their home, their humble abode, feeling like they finally pieced together the place where they live and feeling finally satisfied with that. They've now matured to a place of emotional stability that is greater than where they just were when they were just thinking about the home itself. Just like, I'm so happy to live here. I love my new furniture. I love how I've set everything up. I love how I fixed everything. I love my garden. I love my pets. So they've migrated up to another level of maturity when it comes to where they source the feelings and emotions that fill their cup. At least they're ready for that next level up. Okay, so their pet project may have been their house, fixing it up, getting it ready, making it comfortable. And now it looks like they're fast approaching a point where they're going to have to spend some time alone, or spend some time in their feelings, or spend some time assessing what to do next. Because their pet project has come to an end. And so they're looking for a new source of satisfaction, of fulfillment, and apparently spirituality has not been it, at least not as of lately. because they feel all tied up when it comes to that as well. So they may have trouble sleeping. They may feel a little bit out of sorts, or they may be about to deal with something that causes a lot of contrast in their life. We're going to get a little bit more on this. With the Ten of Swords in the Tower, this can be a painful ending. This can be an unexpected ending. This can be a very sudden shock. Something that you've been trying to avoid being forced upon you very suddenly and unexpectedly. Let's see what this is about. Hidden secrets may be coming to light at this time. I think this sudden realization or this sudden change of course or ending has something to do with those sacrifices we talked about, because this fell, the axe, forces working against you. It's almost like they feel like something came back to bite them in the you-know-where. However, they are on the road to improvements. So this is not an insurmountable issue. This is not a huge, unchangeable situation. It's really feeling to me more like this person is sitting back and reassessing a choice they made in the past and wondering if they had done something differently, would it have gone better? Okay, and they're having this as a sudden realization that impacts them emotionally and helps them to mature and grow to that very next level of emotional maturity. Okay, at the bottom we have a distant friend is thinking of you. Let's see what we get here. So affairs with your family. Protection from a powerful friend. This person may have dogs. There's a lot of dogs in this deck. I see 2 here, plus this one. They may be reassessing how they allow their family to influence their choices. And then unsettled times, needing to plan ahead. So that comes back to this 8 of Swords energy here. So now that they've finished their pet project, they're sitting back and they're having time to simmer in their own emotions. And this is helping them to see something very suddenly. It's like a realization that comes in to view. It could have to do with an ending. They could be reassessing the hidden reasons why they chose to end a situation. This would have been in the past. So they did it, they made a choice in the past, perhaps to cut someone out or a couple of people out of their life. And they're now sitting here after they've finished the thing that was occupying their entire attention. And they're wondering, had they made a different choice, would things be different now? Would they be better? Did I make the right choice? And it's coming all at once as a very charged emotional discovery about their own reasons for why they brought about this ending in the past, why they cut out those people in the past or that person in the past, which could be you. We have Empress energy in the background and the 4 of Swords and the Hermit. I don't see any communication here between the Empress and the King of Cups, and I do feel that these are separate entities, separate energies. I feel that there is a person who, this could be you, Aquarius, this could be someone else, but at this point I feel like they are connected to a person who is very much focused on their own personal alignment, on their own self-love, on their own development, and who's perfectly content being alone. They're completely at peace, completely at rest. Okay, so this Empress energy that came through here, this could be you, Aquarius, completely comfortable in your own skin, completely comfortable relaxing in your own side of the world. Okay, and this could be this person who's thinking of you, who is wondering, could this have been more? Could be that they're thinking of you like that, or they could be thinking about a friend or another person that they cut out of their life. But if you are in separation with this person, it's very likely this is you, Aquarius. I see them drinking wine and sitting back, just pondering, reassessing, reevaluating the choices that were made. And this is all coming about right now because your person is not able to seek guidance from source, not able to seek guidance from their higher self. So they're sitting here simmering in those emotions, but not able to be in the present. So they're almost like resurfacing the past and reassessing those choices because it's all that they have available to focus on right now, because they're done with their pet project and because they couldn't get any further when it came to spiritual connection or getting advice from their guides or connecting to their higher self about the situation. So there's something that's been nagging at this person in the background that they couldn't see before or didn't want to see before, didn't have the maturity to process before, because they were just kind of too busy or too preoccupied with other things. Let's see how this person feels about you. This will allow us to see why they're coming through in your reading today, Aquarius. Okay, legal matters. This can speak to balance, judgment, or it could literally speak to something legal. But I think they're trying to find their balance again after they come out of this little trance they were in, where they were just keeping busy every day. Okay, we have, there are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. This Eight of Swords energy with the High Priestess, this could indicate that they're having some kind of spiritual questioning going on in their own life. Maybe they feel like they've put in a lot of work to trying to understand a certain religion or practice a certain religion or understand how life works or understand what the guidance system is telling them. And they're just feeling uneasy, they're feeling unsettled, they're feeling confused. And so this could be bubbling up as some kind of like frustration or anger with the spiritual realm. So again, that puts them in this like tied up mental state. So they're feeling like something is out of balance, basically. They're feeling like not only is something out of balance, but they can't necessarily soothe themselves the way that they normally would, which would be to seek spiritual guidance, seek sustenance from source. Yep. And here we have neglect, not paying attention to what's important, and having to decide what's truly important and worth spending time on. So when we pulled this Five of Swords energy here, and I said they're reassessing a choice they made in the past. This could have been a choice to walk away from you, Aquarius, if you are resonating with this Empress energy. Empress doesn't imply male or female, it is just an energy. It just means that you're very much in your power, very much in your nurturing energy, very much in your abundance flow, very stable and secure within yourself, okay? This is someone who is wondering, did I make the right choice? Was I kind of shooting myself in the foot by cutting out Aquarius. Or if this has something to do with their family, maybe they should have cut someone out that they didn't. Maybe they didn't prioritize you, they prioritized their family or someone else that caused you to feel like things weren't working well together. So this person is rethinking, where did I put my energy? Where did I go wrong? You know, I've been so tied up on this situation here. Was that the right thing to focus on? Or did I perhaps neglect things that were more important that I now regret not doing? Things, people, you know, the choices, once they're made, it's like an arrow that kind of shoots out and hits or misses its target. So, okay, this person is seeking the truth, but they're having trouble connecting to their higher self. This could be an ex-lover for some of you, somebody who is thinking about you and having a realization, like I said, with the Tower and the Ten of Swords, it kind of feels like they're having a sudden realization about an ending. And it's coming to them all at once. It says here, I realize all the mistakes I've made. Yeah, so that is confirmation for me, at least, that this is likely an ex, somebody who is currently thinking about you. And if you're wondering why now, why are they thinking about this now? It's been quite a while. They're just now having the breathing room and the space, like the conditions are right for them to now sit back and assess where they went wrong. Okay, the other card you got here was, we're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for you to give me another shot. So even if they haven't reached out, I think this is somebody who is coming to the realization and the emotional maturity that allows them to see where they went wrong, why what they did was silly. It's like it was hidden from their view before, but now that they've had this time to sit back and reassess what happened, they're realizing, wow, you know, why did I do that? Why didn't I just do these two little simple things that I could have done to save the relationship? So yeah, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up here. Okay, this may be somebody who has emotional issues, who has problems with opening up. They started as the Knight of Cups and they just now got to the King of Cups, and you are at the Empress energy. So when it comes to emotional well-being, when it comes to emotional security and maturity, this is somebody who has struggled with that. This is somebody who feels that you came closer than anyone else to helping them get to these realizations, to helping them open up emotionally and be vulnerable. Yet at the same time, they couldn't get there while you guys were together. The distance was too far. Okay, this may be somebody who feels quite emotionally overwhelmed. They're afraid to reach out for help. Okay, so they're probably not in a very good place. They have the Eight of Swords. They feel disconnected from their higher self. They feel disconnected from whatever religion or spiritual guidance they used to be connected to. And now it's almost like they're at the verge of depression. At the bottom we have, I'm keeping secrets from you and I hope you don't find out. I don't know what that is, but it could be that they're trying to keep tabs on you, or that they just would never want you to see them the way that they are right now, to realize how broken up or choked up they are about this, or to realize how silly they feel about how everything played out. They may be too embarrassed to reach out, or they may be trying to wait until they're in a better place so that they're at a point where they don't feel they could even mask what's happening, the emotional turmoil that they're going through. What else? Okay, we have I am seeing someone, but I'm not ready for you to know about them yet. Okay, so if this is an ex, they're already with someone else at this time. Maybe that's what they're trying to keep from you. I mean, this one says, I'm not ready for you to know about them yet. And then it fell with legal matters. So some of you may be in the process of separation with this person. You may have recently gone through a divorce, or you may be in the process of going through a separation. We did get hidden secrets and harm you. So there's things that they may have not disclosed to you. This person definitely has true feelings for you. They care about you. But it feels like they were keeping things just beneath the surface that they wouldn't share with you, that they wouldn't open up about with you. I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. Yeah, like they have drowning twice from two different decks. This person is at the Eight of Swords. They're all choked up about this. If this is an ending that's happening now, they're hiding how much it's hurting them to go through this process. And if it was an ending that happened in the past, they're just now processing the ending. They're just now really getting into their feelings about this ending. I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be alone. Okay? Because they're so emotional, because they're so choked up, because they're so stuck in their head, they're really off balance. I don't see them contacting you at this time, Aquarius. I don't see them reaching out. But you may be feeling their presence in your mind. You may be feeling like they're living rent-free in your head lately. And it's because they're going through this emotional ascension process. They're overcoming the hidden secrets within their own mind. Things they didn't share with you, things they didn't disclose to you, were also hidden from them. They lacked self-awareness, and so right now they feel kind of ashamed. They feel kind of like they realize that if you knew or could see where they were mentally right now, or it's almost like an embarrassing situation to find yourself in when you can look back. Hindsight is 2020. You can look back and see how you messed up, how foolish you were in a specific situation, and you, having looked back, can tell that the other person was aware of the mistake you made, yet you couldn't see it at that time. And now that you can, it can bring about those feelings of like, wow, how did I not realize what I was letting go? How did I not realize that I should have prioritized X, Y, and Z over that other minor thing that I was focusing on at the time? Last card is, I have things going on in my life that require my full attention. And that's exactly the problem that I sense came up between you guys. The priorities were the problem. This person always feels like they're busy prioritizing either other people, family members, friends, neighbors, their house projects, their work projects, and not prioritizing the relationship. And I say this because, at this point, many of you have already separated from this person, but that's kind of what drove you apart in the first place. Okay? And that was their blind spot. They weren't able to see it for themselves. They lacked self-awareness. And now that they're gaining that insight, they're almost like ashamed or embarrassed. And for those of you who broke up with this person in the past, it's not that they were seeing someone else at that point. It's not that they were cheating. It's that they are seeing someone now. And now that these emotions are being processed and they're thinking about you and thinking about what happened, what went down, the purpose of all this is for them to process what happened and to realize how deeply they felt for you and for the connection. And so that's why you're sensing them in your energy at this time. But they may already be dating. That won't be for everyone, but they may already be seeing someone else, dating someone else that's in their life that came in after you guys broke up. And it's not that they're trying to reach out to you at this time, and it's not that they're trying to get back with you at this time. It's just that now you're sensing all of this, because you're connecting back to their energy now, because they're starting to heal from what happened. They're starting to come to the realization of the lesson they were meant to learn, of how they lacked vulnerability, how they could have done better in prioritizing their time and their energy investments when they were with you. And if I were to guess, which we're not going to go into that during this reading, but if I were to guess, they've likely experienced similar issues with other people, because it's only now that they're learning that lesson. It's only now that they're learning the value of what they let go of. It's only now that they're processing that pain, and they're realizing that some of that comes from not paying attention to their own needs, which they neglect constantly, which causes them to have trouble understanding the needs of others around them. Okay, strength, protection, and balance. That is exactly the energy you're currently in, Aquarius. You're in Empress energy. You are calm, you are peaceful, you are balanced, you are in alignment, you are in tune and in touch with the spirit realm. Your mind, body, and soul are in alignment. You've been strong and resilient throughout this process. This is somebody who meant a lot to you. This is somebody who you valued very highly, but you could tell that they were not at the same vibrational level that you were, that they were not ready for a partnership with you at the time and place where you met them at previously. And so you took the high road, and although it was painful, it was not a walk in the park, you did overcome this, and you did walk away from this connection because you knew they just weren't ready. At the bottom, we have play. So there may be, and then joy, and then patience. And the last card is love, okay? So you still hold a lot of love for this person. Love is patient, love is kind, love is playful, love feels good. You don't hold any grudges for this person, I sense here. And if one day this person would be ready, I do pick up here that you guys would be open to exploring that if you were in, if you were available, if you were in the place to do so. But they would have to come correct. They would have to come balanced in their own energy. They would have to come in a manner that they would have to show up in a manner that would be joyful and playful to explore the world together. Otherwise, you don't want any lower vibrational energies that you need to fix. That's not the business you're in anymore. You're like, I know what love is. I am love. I know how to love. I am determined to live in love. I am determined to not feel burdened by people who don't understand how to vibrate at the place where I am, how to meet me where I am. You, of course, would help guide people, but it's not your job. You're not making it your responsibility to help somebody else get into alignment. Okay, yep, I do sense here, I adore you. I do sense here that there is a lot of love here, a lot of admiration between the two of you. Self-esteem issues in reverse. That could have caused a lot of what was happening. This is likely somebody who in their childhood either had a missing parent or had a parent who was neglectful, who wasn't consistently there for them, or who made them feel like they were always doing something wrong or not enough. And so that can create long-lasting effects, and it can cause someone to feel like when they're trying to receive love and affection that seems unconditional, seems too supportive, too kind, too consistent, it can actually create in them a fear of, not trusting it. Well, why would you love me? I'm no good. Why would you love me? You must be lying to me. I can't trust that love. right? That's when you get people who are avoidant in their attachment styles. It's a very backwards type of thinking, but it's unconscious. So again, when you're seeing here, hidden secrets may harm you, and them ascending up into success, into the mountain, this is somebody who's it just clicked for them why they acted that way. They just finally got the break that they needed to do that self-introspection, and they're just now understanding why they behaved that way, the true reason behind why they behaved the way they did when you guys were together. And so, yeah, now they're in a heck of a lot of confusion. They don't know what they want. For some of you, they're already seeing someone else, and they were just going through a honeymoon phase with that person. It's a pretty new connection. So they don't even understand why now all these thoughts came through about you and how they treated you and all this. And they're coming to realize that it has to do with family issues. It has to do with, I think I said that earlier. Yeah, it has to do, something is coming through, and they're realizing that they've been carrying this crutch, this pain, this blistered wound. They've been carrying it since childhood. And they're trying to seek balance now. They're realizing how balanced you definitely were, and how the things that they used as excuses to break up the connection weren't even a thing. Like, they weren't even important or relevant. And now that they've reassessed their behavior, they're realizing, like, wow, I can't believe that was the reason that we broke up. I can't believe that I would prioritize X, Y, and Z over this simple thing that Aquarius asked me to do. So right now you're in no contact with this person, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Again, you're sitting in this Empress energy. You're chilling. You're fine. But this person is in mental turmoil. They want you back. They realize their mistakes. Yet they're right now in a honeymoon phase, or in the beginning of a brand new connection, very likely. They're definitely not in a place emotionally or mentally where they can come together with you, but they're getting all these nostalgic, painful reminders of how good you were with them, of how much they miss you, of how great the connection was, of how maybe with this person they can't connect in the same manner, and that's what kind of sparked this whole thing. But yeah, there's definitely insecurity issues, past self-esteem issues, which they're learning to get over now. They're overcoming the self-esteem issues, but there's still some insecurity at play here. They're still feeling very protective. They're still feeling confused, very confused with the Eight of Swords energy, okay? In the past, this may be somebody who was a player who easily kind of just, well, that ended, it's over, time to move on. We got play and player. And they did this as a means to hide from their own insecurities, hide from their own self-esteem issues. Easier to just move on to someone new than to work through those issues to try to stay in a healthy connection. So this may have been their status in the past, but after they met you, after the depth of your connection, it sparked this realization in them that made them have to grow out of that. And so even if they're still trying to mask or like heal the wound with a temporary solution, they can't help but grow from what they experienced with you, Aquarius. It says here, I've been spying on your social media. So all these feelings are bubbling up for them. They're missing you. They realize how much they truly adore you, and how that has not gone away, even despite this new person, even despite the time that has passed. And so they're taking to social media, trying to find you. But I don't think you've been very active on social media. I see that you've been keeping to yourself here, especially with the Hermit card. You've been doing nothing but like working on your rest, on your own healing. You're not allowing anything to disturb you at this time. So I highly doubt you're engaging very much with social media at this time. But they are searching through your page. They are trying to find out information about how you're doing. And that's probably that tug you're feeling. And that's probably why this is the person that came to your mind when you opened the reading. Okay, what comes next? Let's get your advice. Spirit guides, tell us what Aquarius needs to know or hear. Okay. First card out is wedding. Past life relationship. Yeah, this person feels like home. I feel sadness coming from you, Aquarius. I feel like this person felt like home, still feels like home. This person feels like a soulmate, like a soul counterpart. Like when you come together with them, you resonate in this wonderful way that neither one of you can feel or have felt with anyone else. So it's definitely a very meaningful connection for you. Okay, and it says here, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And at the bottom, attraction. So yeah, there's almost like an unbreakable bond that spans through space and time, that spans through distance, through the physicality of things. And it's always kind of there, lingering. At the bottom, express your love, okay? So some of you may feel like reaching out to this person. That's going to be your choice, but at this time, I didn't pick up from the reading that it would be a good time for you to reach out. So if you were wondering, I didn't see that it would be a good time, but I do sense here that some of you are going to want to because of how strong this bond is. And then we have free yourself and true love. This person may be trying to free themselves of the connection that they have here to come towards you, but they haven't done so at this time. They're definitely at least talking to someone else. That's going to be pretty clear here. It says, I'm seeing someone else. Okay, so they're at least talking to someone else in a romantic sense. So there's two pathways here. You can stay connected to this person. And if you do, most likely they're going to eventually break themselves free of this connection and come towards you. And you guys might try to reconcile because this bond is just very, very, very strong. The other choice is that you try to break free of the bond itself so that you can move on, because they're still tugging on your energy in a very meaningful way. So feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. It's definitely a complex situation. It's definitely very heavy. It tugs on the heart because of how meaningful this was, because of how bonded you still are, despite the distance. I hope this was helpful, Aquarius. Please drop a like if you have a quick moment. That truly helps out my channel. And I will catch you on the next one. Take care.